Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. We Energies. Boucher Automotive Group. Tri-City National Bank. Your local carrier dealers. Lakeland University. Z-Bart. Cannon and Dunphy. Loyal Family Renovations. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Steamfitters Local 601. Big Fish Contracting. SVA. A professional services company. WeatherTight. Window Nation. And Network Health. On the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
4.
You've got to work on that swing, Jack.
Well, I get time now that the business is running efficiently.
Oh, yeah? How'd you make that happen?
SVA. They showed me how to analyze my financial statements to increase revenue and profit margins and control expenses. The value of the business has never been higher. And now I've got more time to work on my golf game.
Nice. Maybe make time for lessons, too.
At SVA Certified Public Accountants, we pride ourselves in providing business owners with measurable results. Visit sva.com/golf to learn more.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Get up! Get out of here and gone!
Covering the crew all season long, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Bob Brainerd.
Indeed. Bob in for Dom here on a Tuesday night. And it's almost Wednesday morning, for that matter. Good things happen for those who wait, at least as far as the Brewers are concerned, in a game that a regulation game, 9-inning game, 3 hours and 27 minutes. That's 1 minute shy of the longest game played here at American Family Field this year. The longest game so far was a road contest that took 3:35 at Pittsburgh. But it was worth the wait for the fans that showed up, and it was worth the wait for the Brewers to notch a 9-8 victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Highlights, lots of highlights. We got them. Sit back and buckle up.
Ready for this?
Out of here!
This?
Brought it back! Ho, ho, ho!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
So Jacob Mizorowski gets the start, looking to kind of get himself back on track, looking to get that Miz magic going once again, starting to get into the groove. He had a great first inning, great start to this contest.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out 100 at the top of the zone. An Ortho ASAP strikeout of Corbin Carroll for Mizorowski. He had a pair of them in a 1-2-3, top of the first.
Yeah, great start for Miz. He went 5 innings, had 10 strikeouts in those 5 innings, so he set the table for the Milwaukee offense, which was at it in the very first frame. They got a run, and then in the third, Mr. Contreras comes to the plate to extend the lead.
Fought, set at the belt, runner goes, 3-2, drilled to left. Watch this baby, way back, way gone. Into the seats. William Contreras demolishes a 2-run home run, and the Brewers have a 3-0 third inning lead.
Yeah, that was a big inning bomb, but they weren't done yet. Anthony Siegler getting the start down at third base. He produces at the plate.
2-2 pitch. Siegler lofts one into left, and a play for Jake McCarthy. Coming on in, goes into a slide. He can't catch it. Hit off his glove. It rolls towards the line. 2-run score. Ziegler dives safely into second base. What a big play. A blooper, a bleeder, and it falls off the left fielder's glove for a 2-run double. Wow, it's 5-0 Brewers. They've scored 4 runs in the third inning.
They weren't done, though, in the third inning. Blake Perkins' turn to follow it up.
Perkins waits from the left. Thoughts 3-2. Line drive into right field. That's falling fast. Carroll can't make the diving catch. It one hops into his glove. Scoring from second is Ziegler. And the beat goes on. It's a 2-out RBI single by Blake Perkins with a great at-bat. It's 5 in the third for the second straight night for the Brewers. They lead this game 6-0.
Yeah, second straight night they led this team 6-0. But just like last night here at the ballpark, the Diamondbacks come back, starting with 2 on in the fourth for Moreno.
The 1-0. Hit in the air into left center field. This is pretty deep. Back on it goes Collins at the track. Collins at the wall. It's gone. It's a 3-run home run by Gabriel Moreno, and the lead is cut in half with one swing of the catcher's bat. 6-3 here in the fourth.
Yeah, he hit that one off of Miz to cut that lead in half. But Milwaukee counters in the 6th inning. Bryce Terang's turn to go deep.
3-2 pitch. And Terang, a high drive, right field. Bye-bye baseball. Another Bryce bomb in August. A 2-run shot. And the Brewers push that lead to 8-3.
So 8-3 seems comfortable, right? Not tonight. 7th inning, the Diamondbacks scrape out some more runs. Starting off with Corbin Carroll finishing it off.
Lefty's first pitch lifted deep to left. Backing up on it is Collins. On the warning track near the foul line, Collins makes the lunge. It hits off his glove. He does not catch it. It's a fair ball, and scoring all the way from first is Perdomo. And it's now 8-6 on an RBI double by Corbin Carroll.
And speaking of Perdomo, in the 8th inning, Dbacks were added again to tie this one up.
The 0-2 pitch. And a little flare into left center. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third on his way home is Moreno. This game is tied at 8.
All the way back from a 6-0 deficit, the D-backs got it even. But in the 9th inning, after the Brewers kept it 8-8, in the 9th, with the bases loaded and only one out, Mr. Collins takes care of business.
0-1. And Isaac, a fly ball deep right. This is going to be deep enough. Carroll back, makes the catch, tagging is Lockridge. Here's the throw. Lockridge scores standing up, and the Brewers have walked off the Diamondbacks in Game 2. Isaac Collins with a sac fly to right, and the Brewers win it 9-8. In a slugfest here tonight at American Family Field. It's a different guy every night. And tonight, it was Isaac's turn.
Absolutely, it was his turn. 9-8, the final score. Woo! Told you to buckle up. There was a lot going on here at the ballpark tonight, and we've got a lot more going on here on Brewers Extra Innings. When we come back, Craig Kashan from FanDuel Sports will join me. We will talk about this and so much more as the Brewers get another W here this evening.
Get away with huge savings at Hyundai West Dallas during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, where you can make your best deal and save an additional $500 on a new Hyundai, or get 0% for 60 months and make no payments for 90 days on a new Palisade or Santa Fe. Get Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty from Hyundai West Dallas, a member of the International Autos Group. Visit HyundaiWestDallas.com today. Financing with approved credit, $1,667 for every $1,000 financed with $0 down. Offers cannot be combined. Ends 9/2/2025.
Summer's not done yet. Be here September 1st when the Brewers host the Phillies. And get ready because we're celebrating the long weekend with $1 Hot Dog Day at the Labor Day game. Get your seats at Brewers.com/tickets.
Save big money on your post-frame building at Menards. For over 65 years, Menards has been the destination for post-frame buildings. Whether it's for protecting equipment or you just need a place to keep your toys, Menards has the building that's right for you. Get a free estimate fast, in-store or on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Tyson's Home Farm Auto is opening a brand new store in Ripon this fall. Tyson's is your go-to store for all things farm and home. Check us out at Tysons.com. That's THEISENS.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Hey, Milwaukee, looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs? Well, look no further than Fifth Third Bank. With a local team right here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. And for 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making that helps your business thrive. Experience the unique commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Bob Brainerd in for Dom on a Tuesday night. Milwaukee a winner over Arizona tonight as they win it in the ninth inning to walk off the Dbacks 9-8. Craig Kashan was on the TV side tonight for FanDuel Sports, joining me now to talk about it. Craig, it truly is a different guy every night. You can mix the pieces, mix and match however you want, and doesn't matter who's at the plate at the time or on the hill. It seems like this group, they just seem to relish the moment. They don't back away from it, do they?
No, I mean, not at all. The last couple of nights, to be quite honest with you, I think offensively they've been back in that same groove they were for that 14-game winning streak, for the 3 months that they basically took over baseball and shocked baseball. They still are, 83 wins. Obviously, I think right now the biggest thing this team is really fighting through right now is just a tired bullpen. I think coming into this game, 5 of the last 6 losses were blown leads. So that tells a lot right there. And then tonight, 6-0 lead, 8-3 lead, and then they still had to walk it off in the ninth inning to win it 9-8. But they're resilient. That's really cool. I mean, I think one of the biggest things that, ironically, that I learned and really realized tonight's when Pat Murphy, during his post-game press conference, was talking about how amazed he was from his position players, that 7 position players that are currently on this roster were in AAA this year, and 6 of those guys played in tonight's game. And you go up and down the lineup, everybody had something to do. I mean, when you score 9 runs, just about everyone's going to be in the mix, and I think we saw that tonight again.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, Craig, because I'm looking at in the game notes here, in the trainer's room, Grant Anderson, Jackson Churiel, Robert Gasser, D.L. Hall, Logan Henderson, Rhys Hoskins. I mean, we know what Andrew Vaughn has done since they acquired him. When Hoskins goes on the shelf, what are you going to do if you don't have Vaughn, and you don't have Vaughn being as good as he's been? Garrett Mitchell, of course, Joey Ortiz of late. The list is very long. That would be crippling to a lot of teams if you had that many key guys on the IL, but the Brewers just keep plugging in the right guys when somebody gets their name called.
Well, and with Ortiz going down, Bob, I mean, just the latest key position player to go down, you have Andrew Monasterio, who's playing a really good shortstop right now. I mean, he's athletic. The play that he made tonight in that ninth inning to retire McCann was just spectacular. And this was after a runner, the leadoff batter, Carroll, started out at second base after the base hit in the air to start the inning. He was stranded on base. I mean, they didn't score, and how big was that? So, plus he had another double tonight and a run scored. He's hit some home runs lately for this team. He did last night as well. So, I mean, you can go on and on for who has stepped up. I mean, I'm still stunned. I was talking about this today with a couple of players before the game. The fact that they have done this well without Jackson Chourio. I mean, you could say he's easily one of the top two guys offensively on this team, and the fact that, you know, he's been out the whole month of August here so far, and look what they've done. So the depth is incredible. It's fun to watch these guys pick each other up, because that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and also, Craig, and not to take anything away from the amazing season that Isaac Collins has had, or once Blake Perkins got healthy and he was able to plug in to the outfield, because they have certainly needed and used those guys, and those guys have come through. But Garrett Mitchell is another one that I see his name and I see, man, you know, he was here for just a blink and then gone, of course. But you think back to what this outfield was supposed to be to start the season. It was supposed to be Chourio, it was supposed to be Mitchell, and it was supposed to be Frelick almost every day in the outfield. So you lose Mitchell for this long period of time, and now you've lost Chourio for a pretty long period of time. But again, between Perkins and between Collins having an amazing rookie campaign, you think about what would Mitchell have done for this team. But because Collins has been so good and because Perkins has been so solid, I'm not saying that they don't miss Garrett Mitchell, but again, like everybody else, guys are stepping up when they get their name called.
Well, don't forget Blake Perkins was out. Really, he's been out most of this year, and I'm still not even sure if he's 100% here at this point. And he's kind of become, even with Chourio out, he's become a platoon or kind of a part-time player for this team right now. Key role, but he, of course, is just hasn't seen a lot of action. So you're right. Going into this year, the outfield depth was supposed to be the strongest, and they're darn lucky it is, because if it wasn't, this team would be, in serious trouble. And there are a lot of guys on this team too are having, really, let's face it, career years. I mean, look what Andrew Vaughn is doing. Look what Sal Frelick has done. Look what Bryce Terang is currently doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty spectacular to watch.
He's Craig Kashan. He's going to stick around for one more segment. We're going to talk a little bit about pitching when we return on Brewers Extra Innings, because we're getting through the dog days here of August and we're rolling into September, and this is when pitching becomes oh so important before you set the table for the postseason. That and more when we return.
It's the end of summer here in the Milwaukee area, but soon enough, you'll be dealing with cold winter temperatures once again. Time to have Window Nation replace your home's windows in 1 day or less. Right now, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You could also score 2 tickets to a Brewers game if you replace all the windows in your home.
Hurry, Milwaukee. This sale ends soon.
Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com right now.
Window Nation is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's the end of summer here in the Milwaukee area, but soon enough, you'll be dealing with cold winter temperatures once again. Time to have Window Nation replace your home's windows
in 1 day or less.
Right now, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You could also score 2 tickets to a Brewers game if you replace all the windows in your home.
Hurry, Milwaukee. This sale ends soon.
Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com right now.
Window Nation is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers beat the Diamondbacks tonight, 9-8, the final score. Bob Brainerd in for Dom, along with Craig Kashan. This portion is brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electric. Stay cool, save money, trust the team that's been keeping Wisconsin comfortable for over a century. Visit them online at cider.com. That's SEIDER to schedule your free estimate. All right, Craig, you mentioned the tired bullpen. We can all see it with our very eyes. But this is kind of a twofold thing because we're at that point. We're getting ready to fold over next week into September. And, yeah, bullpens everywhere in the major leagues are tired. But you've also got starters not necessarily tired, but at this point it seems like it's really difficult for a lot of starting pitchers to give you a long 6, 7, 8 inning affair because they're in that situation too where they're throwing a lot of pitches in games and they're sometimes on fumes. We saw that with Woodruff last night. He just tried to get to the finish line and get through that 6th inning, and he was on fumes to try to finish that one off. So the bad news for the bullpen, Brewers or whoever in the major leagues, Craig, is that it ain't going to get any better. So you got to figure it out because your starters generally are not going to go the long distances in September either.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, my opinion on that is, first of all, you're right. The starters, across baseball just aren't going as deep as they used to. And that's just how the evolution of the game has come. That's how development of pitchers, when they're young, that's just where they are right now. The pitch count has been big. It's, they're at the point, too, where they have, you're kind of have to build your team with, some good middle relief to complement your back end guys, which, they get all the glory at the end of the day. We all understand that. That's how it works. But I think, in my opinion, I would like to, because of all that, I would like to see baseball go with one less bench guy and one more pitcher for a staff. I just think, guys are who becomes the most often injured players in baseball. It's the pitchers. It's throwing arm, shoulder, elbow injuries, whatever it all turns out to be. And I think with the addition of one more out there and maybe one less position guy, with the DH universal, Bob, I don't think that, you need as many bench guys right now as we've seen in the past. That's for sure.
Yeah, as good and as deep as the Brewers have been as far as having starting pitchers this year, we're starting to see it, right? Where, again, like Woody last night, he gets a 6-run lead, but then he starts to struggle, and he's just trying to get through that inning, and he couldn't finish the 6th inning. But we're seeing more and more of that with guys. And so, to your point, if you have enough guys that are on the ready, who know that, hey, I'm going to be ready tonight because I just know our starter's probably not going to go more than 5 or 6, so I'm going to be mentally ready, and my arm and my routine's going to be mentally ready because that's just the way it, like you said, Craig, that's just the way it is in baseball overall. It's an anomaly if you see a guy go into the 8th, 9th inning, a complete game anymore. So I think it's something that baseball should look at because of the way the pitching dynamics have now enveloped the game.
Yeah, and the Brewers, too, consider this. I mean, look, they have a really good pitching staff. I mean, and the starters are really good. And if you can imagine what you saw tonight from Jacob Misiorowski, if he can get you 6 innings, I don't know if he can really here at this level for as young as he is right now and inexperienced on the major league level. Tonight's outing was huge for him. He had to clear a couple of hurdles physically and mentally. And in the 5 innings and the 3 earned runs, people are going to say, well, that's very average. That's not even a quality start. But guess what? look what he's done lately. He's gone through some bumps and bruisers, and he has to figure out how to handle things in his head. And he's come a long way in a really short amount of time. He had 10 strikeouts again tonight. He did throw 93 pitches, which is also, for a short career, a career high for him as well. But you're going to get more out of him. And in Woody's case, he's out of baseball for almost 2 years trying to get his shoulder back in gear. And he had some setbacks on the way this season in rehab trying to get back here. So he did basically run out of gas. But last night he wanted to reach, and clear a hurdle and try to get this team deeper into games, and he has been able to do so far, and it just didn't work out for him. It might work next time out, Bob. I'm not sure, but he's trying to get to a point, and it's really important for him to get there for this year's team, and it's really important for his future and his career as well. So very, very interesting how things right now are being patched together. These guys are tired. They're rehabbing. They're trying to get this team over the hump. And my goodness gracious, they have 83 victories. Crazy. Yeah. 83-50. Amazing.
One more thought, Craig, before I cut you loose on this late night. And hey, we're in the media, so we can do this. I know players and coaches don't like to put the cart before the horse, right? But postseason. Let's assume, Craig, that the Brewers are going to be in the postseason. And then we know how pitching staffs shrink in the postseason. You don't need a rotation of 5 or 6 guys, right? So if that's the case, is there I'm thinking maybe like a Miz could not maybe get a start, but he could be that guy that, okay, let's say Woody gets the start, and then he gives you 3-4 quality innings, but he's on fumes again, right? And then maybe you're plugging in the Miz in that situation to kind of bridge the gap to get deeper in your bullpen. Can you see like a situation where maybe Miz goes into that role, or I don't know, maybe a Quintana does that, or a Priester, or does any of that make any sense to you, or am I truly putting the cart before the horse and you don't want to talk about it?
No, I mean, well, here's the thing. I mean, look at Priester. He's going tomorrow night, and he's going to make, I think he's making his 20th start, but he's had 25 appearances. And in either case, if you go back to the end of May, the team hasn't lost a game in which he has pitched in. 15-0.
Yeah.
So he can do it. I think he's clearly a starter at this point, though, but he can do it. Quintana would do anything for you because he's a veteran. I mean, he just wants to win, and he wants to be, the professional out there, and he's done a great job. Miz could definitely do it, but you also have a guy that's got, gas at 100 plus. Maybe that's what you start your game out with, and then see where you are and try to, pick up the piggyback, or maybe he gives you 5 or 6 innings. I don't know. They have a lot of mix and match. I don't think Woody or Peralta would do that, but they clearly have options to do that. And it's all going to me, without putting the cart before the horse, to me, I've said this 100 times to people who are like, where are you going to put, Rhys Hoskins when he comes back? Or, where's this injured pitcher going to fit in? So, you have to have either a healthy team or a team that needs that player coming back by the time, the playoffs start. So who knows health-wise where this team is going to be. There's still a full month left of this season. But having options like that is just par for the course and how this whole season has gone. This team has built itself to have options. They have built themselves to do just what you're proposing come postseason and mix it up and match it up and be creative and mostly be effective and productive.
Okay, we'll put that to bed as well as Craig Kashan, and we'll let the next month play out here, and then we'll see what Pat Murphy does with all those options that Craig talked about. He is Craig Kashan from FanDuel Sports. Always good chatting with you, buddy. Have a good one.
All right, Bobby.
When we come back on Brewers Extra Innings, we will explore our buying and selling portion of the show. Lots to buy and sell as well.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. Experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Summer's not done yet. Be here September 1st when the Brewers host the Phillies. And get ready because we're celebrating the long weekend with $1 Hot Dog Day at the Labor Day game. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Bob Brainerd in for Dom on a Tuesday night as Milwaukee wins here at American Family Field 9-8 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Buying or selling on Brewers Extra Innings, brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, trust Tony Wendorf and Associates, one of the top real estate teams in Wisconsin. Part of First Weber Real Estate Services, they bring faith, family, and red carpet experience to every home deal. Let's step up to the plate together. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. Okay, buying or selling. How about Isaac Collins? Are you buying the fact that he's in the conversation for the National League Rookie of the Year? If not, you should. You should be buying because before the game and then, in fact, during the last couple of the 8th and 9th inning, I'm just looking over some of the rookies in baseball and specifically in the National League, and there are some good guys and some good pitchers, some good rookie pitchers that could have a chance for the award. But when you look at Isaac Collins, the amount that he has played now and what he has done in the situation, starting in left field almost nightly now, this guy has put up quality numbers, and he stepped into a role. You heard Craig Kashan and I talk about the fact that they're doing it lately without Jackson Churio. They've done it almost all year long without Garrett Mitchell. So Isaac Collins gets the call, and Isaac Collins is just, I don't want to even say quietly anymore, answered that call. The Miz, is he back to feeling more like the Miz? He blew onto the scene, as we all know, and was blowing people away and was everything that he was advertised to be. And then of late, some choppy waters, a little bumpiness. Things weren't as Miz-like. Are you buying or selling that he's back to being in that Miz aura? I'm buying it. I think this was, and Craig talked about it as well, this was kind of a critical start for him. He got off to a great start, striking out 2 of the first 3 hitters in the first inning. Went 5 innings, got 10 strikeouts. That's the second time he's got 10 strikeouts in a game, and he did it in only 5 innings. So, yes, he didn't go deep. Yes, he gave up the 3-run home run to Moreno in the 4th inning that made it from a 6-0 game to a 6-3 game. But he gave you 5 quality innings where, again, I think he's starting to feel comfortable again after having a few little rough moments, a few little welcome to the major league moments. It's not always going to be as breezy as he made it out to be when he first came up. And then William Contreras, are you buying or selling that he is back to being in the comfort zone as well, like the Miz? Well, a couple weeks ago, it looked like he was there. Then there was a dip back, and you went, well, he had a nice little ride back up the elevator, but he's kind of going back to where he was just struggling through the season offensively, dealing with the injuries, of course, behind the plate. But Contreras, again, locked in, has another big night tonight. So I'm buying the fact that he has reset himself to being a very good offensive force. Again, of late, he's starting to look very comfortable at the plate, flashing the clutch bat and flashing the power bat as well. Of course, had the big 2-run home run in the third inning that helped cobble together a big inning and give Milwaukee a 6-0 lead. So Collins, Miz, and Contreras, I'm buying that all three when it comes to buying or selling. When we come back on Brewers Extra Innings, our player of the game. Well, boy, 9-8 games, so many to choose from. So we'll scour through and find one for you.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's going to last, and that means your AC is going to be put through the paces. Now, we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Think of your experienced Quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Set at the belt. Runner goes 3-2. Drilled to left. Watch this baby. Way back. Way gone. Into the seats. William Contreras demolishes a 2-run home run in the Brewers.
Yeah, William Contreras, I mean, he got all of that one. We're going to make him tonight's player of the game. It's brought to you by International Autos Group. Just like our MVP tonight, you could drive into summer in style and save up to $10,000 on in-stock BMWs, Audis, Mercedes-Benz, and more. No tariffs, just huge savings to you. Visit IAMilwaukee.com. That's International Autos Group, where ordinary needs to be extraordinary. So we'll give William that award, but we could very well give it to Isaac Collins. Why, you say? Because he had a sac fly? Yeah, but it was a sac fly with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 9th inning, and it allowed Collins to walk it off. Afterwards, he's chatting about his big moment at the dish in the 9th inning so that we didn't have extra innings.
Isaac Collins with his second walk-off of the month, and he joins us down by the clubhouse. Thanks for sticking around, Isaac. This one not a homer, but did it feel kind of just as sweet the way that this game went to get the job done there with that fly ball?
Definitely, yeah. We didn't really want to go to extra innings there and, burn any more arms. So to finish it in the 9th, that was a good win.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the feeling in the dugout after Shelby Miller got that huge strikeout of Tyler Locklear to keep the game tied through the top of the 9th inning. What was the discussion, if at all, in a game where you knew that you were running short on pitching, so you felt like winning it in the 9th was kind of prudent there, right?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any discussions about it, but it was just kind of known, like, hey, let's manufacture a run here. And then Bill obviously had a great first at-bat. Yelly, battled his butt off up there and had a good at-bat. Same with Vaughn. And like you said, we just manufactured a run and, got the dub.
Isaac Collins joins us here. I've got to ask you, Isaac, are you getting any sleep? I mean, it's been a couple of weeks now. You're a first-time father. You've come back and you're thrust right back into your regular role for the Brewers since you have come back off that paternity list. How's that all working out?
It's going well. I mean, I have a great wife that, takes care of him real well, and I'm getting my sleep. I'm recovering. So, but yeah, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. But, that's life. And, I'm not the only one on the team with kids and, just embracing it all.
I didn't ask you to take me through the specifics of that at-bat, but I think it would be interesting for people to hear when you're facing a funky lefty like Backus, the guy that was the pitcher there in the ninth when you stepped up, bases are loaded, 1 out. Can you take me through the mindset of an at-bat like that in a spot where you want to drive a fly ball, but you've got a very difficult pitcher out there, a kind of funky guy?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a guy that, with the sinker, he's trying to induce a ground ball. So, for me, it was really important to just see the ball. Pick it up as early as I can and try to get a pitch that I could drive. And, that 0-1 pitch that he gave me, he left it over the plate just enough, and I was able to kind of scoop it out to right.
Did you know that it was deep enough when it left your bat?
At first, I wasn't sure, but once I saw him, go back for it, I kind of knew that it'd be good enough.
Man, that's got to be a great feeling. Isaac, congratulations. 2 walk-offs for you in the month of August right here in this ballpark. What an awesome thing and a great win for the club here tonight. Thanks for joining us to talk about it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Isaac says he's getting his sleep, but he sounds like a new dad. But what a way to cap off the game tonight. Hit it deep enough to walk it off as Milwaukee beats Arizona 9-8. When we come back on Brewers Extra Innings, our play of the game. It was a doozy. It was a key portion late in this contest. Plus, Murph afterwards talking about it.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. So he said to me, "Boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders." And I said, "You betcha." And he said, "Do you mind if I cherry pick?" And I said, "Feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Save big on everything for your next outdoor project at Menards. Shop the largest selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber and decking, all easy to load into your vehicle in our drive-through lumber yard. Plus, get free estimates fast using our easy do-it-yourself deck and pergola design programs. Available in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on all pressure-treated lumber and decking, plus check out our weekly flyer for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Pitch. It's a chopper on the left side. Backhanded by Monasterio. To his feet. Throws to first. One hops it across. Oh, he got him! Oh, what a stretch by Vaughn. What an incredible play by Monasterio. Deep in the hole. He lost his footing. He threw it as he was getting back to his feet. couldn't get everything he wanted on the throw. He one-hopped it across. On the play, Carroll goes to third, but what a play by Monasterio. And that is a huge out for the Brewers.
Yeah, you bet it was. It's our Surfside play of the game. Segment brought to you by Surfside, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka paired perfectly with a day here at the ballpark, stocked right here at American Family Field all season long. Yeah, a lot happened on that play because if he throws the ball away trying to set himself, then the go-ahead run's going to score and make it 9-8 Arizona. But because he gets him at first, runners at third, bullpen leaves him there at third. So it was a huge play by Monasterio to come to his feet and then stumbling, still make the play and to make it in time. It was critical to keep it tied at 8 as Milwaukee then wins it in the ninth, 9-8. After the game, Pat Murphy talking about everything that happened here at the Yard tonight.
Did you consider this a step forward for Mizorowski, and how big?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I thought Miz threw the ball well. This is a really good offensive team, as you guys have witnessed. You get ahead of them, it doesn't matter. But I thought we showed tremendous poise, resiliency. You know, I'm going to hand it to the guys, man. The at-bats in the last inning, Contreras' at-bat for the base hit, guy throwing 100 and, you know, fights through a base hit. Yelich's, how many pitch bat was that? 9 pitch at bat in a big situation. You know, Sal's at bat was a really good one that just, you know, in that particular point in the game, they were playing like they should. So Shallow and Collins, what can you say? It's great for him. He hasn't been on top of his game the way he'd like to, but he finds a way, you know, he finds a way every time, so.
By Monasterio there on the top of the net.
Yeah.
How vertical was that?
Yeah. Mona, that was a great play by Mona. You know, you're looking at this and you got how many position players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 position players that were in AAA this year. You know, you got 7 position players that were in AAA this year out of 13. So you want to talk about this team scrapping, talk about the right people. You know, and your leader, Yelich, and your other leader, Contreras, is in his own right, the way he plays every single day. You know, those guys show up for you in the big times. And it's just great. The job that Shelby Miller did, you know, we got Uribe and McGill down. Mears is down. You know, we're trying to do everything we can, but the job and the job Koenig did, to be honest with you, just a couple bad pitches, but you know, he got 2 big strikeouts in a big time where that could have been a big inning. So even Koenig, who's been used and abused and gotten up because of the nature of his job, gotten up for lefties here and there, and you know, I credit him for helping us win because he got those 2 big strikeouts at a big time to 2 really good players. Good offensive players, and then you know, obviously he didn't like it giving up that hit, but he didn't give up the lead, and Shelby was sensational. Yeah.
Was Shelby warming for the ninth?
Yeah, I mean, once they got a bunch of runners and Koenig's pitch count got up to close to 30, we had to put him in the 8th and go 1+, and we didn't want to do that to Koenig either, but once Tobias gave up hard contact, you know, that's what we had to do.
So that's Pat Murphy. Yeah, so much to talk about. Pitching, hitting, defense. We had it all in this contest, and Milwaukee wins it in the 9th inning in walk-off fashion, 9-8. When we return on Brewers Extra Innings, we wrap everything up. Get you set for Wednesday action back here at American Family Field. Dbacks and Brewers.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's going to last, and that means your AC's going to be put through the paces. Now, we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Nobody likes it when their old water heater sings its last song. But if there's a positive side to it, say you upgrade now with a tankless water heater. That means instant hot water on demand. Those old water heaters aren't exactly efficient either, but you ride them as long as you can. And when they can't do the job anymore, call Quality. Whether it's drain cleaning, snaking, or taking care of a leaky pipe or faucet.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ. What's coming up for the crew? This is your window to what's ahead. Brought to you by Window Nation.
Yeah, get that smudge off the window. We want to be able to see Game 3 between the D-backs and the Brewers. It's going to happen here tomorrow night. 6:40 is the first pitch in Game 3 of this 4-game set. The Game 4 will be an afternoon affair here on Thursday afternoon, but focusing on Game 3 as the Brewers look to make it 3 straight over the D-backs. It's going to be Quinn Priester on the hill for Milwaukee. How good does that sound, right? 11-2 is Quinn Priester with an ERA of 3.44 for the Brewers this season after they acquired him in a trade, and people said, who's this Quinn Priester guy that you're giving up a high draft pick for? Well, now everybody knows Quinn Priester has been darn good in this Brewers rotation. He's going to face a hard-throwing Ryan Nelson, a right-hander, record of 6-3, ERA of 3.63 for Nelson as well. So that will be the matchup on the mound as the Brewers and D-backs tee it up at 6:40. You can listen to the game right here on 620 WTMJ and on the Brewers Radio Network across the state. 610, you can dial in the pregame show. Again, the first pitch is 6:40. That'll do it for this edition, this Tuesday night edition of Brewers Extra Innings. Bob in for Dom. He'll be back shortly. For our producer, Matt Yezel, for Craig Kashan, joining me as well from FanDuel Sports. This is Bob Brainerd, hoping you had a great evening. We sure did here at the ballpark as the Brewers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks, walking it off in the 9th, 9-8. Good night, Wisconsin.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini here to talk about my brand new show,